Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, so today we're bringing you another entertainment video, and this, as you may have guessed, is the God of War gaming review. And this is very simple. I just basically talk about the game itself and tell you if you should buy it or if you shouldn't. And I'll start off by saying that this is actually one of the best games I have played in a long while. One that's had me very intrigued and one that keeps me like, oh, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? Now, I have not beaten the game, so take that as you will. I have spent over 20 hours playing it so far. I don't even think I'm halfway through. I'm not really sure, but I wanted to get a review out to you guys because a lot of you guys have been asking me over since Friday. I will say this, and I don't think this is a spoiler because it's in the trailer and it's something you see in a lot of the promotions, but there is the World Serpent in this game. So this thing, which again, you've probably seen in a lot of the trailers, and he's very early in the game. I have just found the way to talk to him. So that's where I'm at in the game, just went through that. So that's the point I'm at, so take all of that as you will. If you've already completed the game and you're like, oh, the story sucks at the end, I don't know that yet. I'm not going for spoilers, I'm just playing the game and really having a lot of fun playing it. Basically, it takes from Kratos. Now, Kratos in the past, from God of War 1, 2, 3, Ascension, and all the other spin-offs, really was all about vengeance, rage, and just death to all the gods of Olympus. Now, in this game, we see him in Norse mythology. That's where Thor, Odin, if any of you fans of Marvel fans, Loki, all of those guys are from. However, they do miss out on a specific brother that you do see here. If you know Norse mythology, you know who is missing. But the thing is of course they have a warped vision of these ones. So like, one god may have been the nicest god ever. In this one, he's just an a-hole because that's the way God of War does things. And he has this boy, new boy, if you know Kratos' past. He, doesn't have kids anymore. He did stuff to his family, all that. That's how he has the scars. Now, with this boy, I didn't know how it would be. I was like, oh my god, is this going to be a companion story? This boy, first of all, is pretty much invincible. So you don't have to worry about him dying or anything along those lines. And he really is just a helpful kid. And he really helps you throughout the entire game. So I really do like that in terms of he is always there to find stuff, translate stuff. He's the brains of the outfit, as Kratos only knows about war, destruction, and killing things that are behind you. And it's really interesting. It's also very different in terms of how God of War has been in the past, where you basically always switched weapons. You were all about getting more health and more power, and that was pretty much it. In this one, you really do have an in-depth more system of figuring everything out, from weapons to the kids' weapons to everything in terms of how it really works. And I think the system really plays well. You have plenty of times where you don't have to worry about setting aside XP, because there will always be more XP coming along. However, I did take a video when we did the unboxing. I said which things you should upgrade first, and definitely upgrade Atreus, the kids' weapons first, because he is so good overall, and he helps you so much. I would upgrade everything I could upgrade. I've already upgraded of his. I'm up to level 3, I think I have him at now. So really well off, and it's a really fun game. And I've heard the challenging level. I did medium because I wanted to get through this game as quick as possible to get this review out, but even medium is still challenging. And then if you do the extreme challenges, I'm sure it gets more difficult, because that's the way God of War really is. But overall, you really get to the vision of God of War, what it used to be, but a lot more refined and a lot better off. I love when, you have all these enemies around you, have to figure that out. And then when you have a big enemy and then sometimes two small enemies all in the same spot, it really is a way of keeping fresh and not so repetitive as some of the other God of Wars have been. And they give you enough different enemies. Every time you go to a new area, there's a different kind of enemy. So you have to learn him. And even they revamp older enemies. So you're like, oh, okay, well, this one I can just shoot with the bow and arrow. No, now it explodes poison in my face if I do that. Oh, so things like that are really different. And I like that it keeps you on your toes of figuring out, okay, the same thing doesn't even work for the same enemy later on. Kind of like they adapt as well as you adapted. So overall, I really have to say that this is a really fun game and one of the best PS4 games you can currently play, bar none. This is really awesome. It of course looks beautiful graphics wise. I love the HDR quality, and it really stands out overall. So would I recommend you playing this? Absolutely. If you have a PS4, this is a game you should definitely try out. I don't know if there is a trial you can try to play it first before buying it. But I think it's well worth the buy of full purchase. Of course, if you can save some money, save some money. But I think it's well worth it getting it now than waiting till, like, you know, the holiday season when it's probably going to be 30 bucks or something along those lines for Black Friday. Let me know what you guys think. Are you a fan of the past God of War series? By the way, I don't think you really needed to play the past God of War series. I think this does stand on its own, at least for now. Like, you know, Kratos has done bad stuff, and spoilers for the first God of Wars, if you want to just know something special about him himself is at least half of a god, if not a full god. So there you go. So basically that's really all you need to know about it. And then he destroyed the world of Greece, and that was about it. And now he's here, and that's it. That's pretty much all that you need to know, I feel like. But overall, the story's been intriguing. I'm really curious on where it's taking me, finding out who characters really are, finding out, you know everyone's gonna betray, everyone, like, you can't trust anyone. I feel like me and the kid are gonna be at odds at one point. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you a fan of these kind of games? It's a lot better. It's a really well-refined game, and I think you should definitely check it out. Alright guys, thank you always so much for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.